day to day. We are going from Negreira to Olveiroa, and you can see the elevation plan, and the route goes across loads and loads of bridges. Looks like it's going to be an interesting walk, but it's time to get going because, as you can see, we're late. I'm just leaving Negreira via the Chapel of St. Maur and through the gate, and then I think we're going to take the pretty river walk, which is very slightly longer, but gets away from the road a little bit. So I'm not quite sure what this guy's doing. This slight detour along the river walk is absolutely beautiful. Just wonderful. One of the fantastic things about being on Camino has been the simplicity, but alongside the simplicity, the lack of hurry. Probably the most hurried I've felt is when we've got up a little bit late and we're trying to get somewhere before it gets too hot. But even then, there's only so fast I can walk. I get into my rhythm, and the daily rhythm really has been walk for 10k, stop and have a coffee, walk for another 10k, stop and have a drink, walk a bit further, get to an albergue, have a shower, do a little bit of hand washing, and then chill. It's made space for important things, space to spend time with God, to pray, to think, to talk at depth with other people, to sit back and contemplate, which has been beautiful. I had a scary thought yesterday, a bizarre thought in some respects. I was thinking about Friday, after we've got to Vistera, we've completed our walking, we've got to get a bus back to Santiago, and then Cody's heading to Madrid, and I've got to get to Santiago airport and fly home. But it was the thought of getting on a bus that made me feel actually a little bit, just for a moment, a little bit scared. It'll go so fast. Doesn't that feel a bit reckless? Hurried? I literally felt a little bit of fear of getting on a bus, which just, now I've thought about it a bit more, feels ridiculous. But I haven't moved faster than my legs can carry me for over a month, and I've got into a different rhythm, and I'm not hurried, and I'm relaxed, and I'm loving that feeling. And the thought of going at 30 or 40 miles an hour on a bus feels kind of wrong somehow. And then the idea of getting on a plane and being whisked back to the UK, well, that's something else. Of course, that's possibly a little bit irrational, but I think it highlights the desperate need for us to slow our lives down. I think we felt that, a lot of us, in during COVID times, when people were furloughed or less to do, had more time with their family, and although those times were really difficult in lots of ways, I heard so many people saying, need to find another rhythm, another way to be. In practicing the way, this book by Jean-Marc Comer, he has a chapter which references a previous book, The Ruthless Elimination of Hurry. And he goes as far as to say that we will never really enter into full spirituality if our lives are too hurried. We need to slow down, have time for God, and if we haven't got those rhythms, we need to find them. And that is more important than anything we do for God. The first objective is to be with him. To be with him, and that means slowing down. So I start thinking about coming back to the UK. Although I'll still be on sabbatical, I'm kind of aware that the pace is going to pick up. There'll be quite a number of things to do, a piece of study that I want to do. Responsibilities as a dad. And thank you so much, Ruth, for all the ways that you've looked after Miri and held the fort and coped with little challenges that have come along over the last month to allow me to do this. I really hope that I can find enough time with Jesus to be with him and to receive from him in the ways that I have on Camino. How hurried is your life, and how can you put the brakes on a little bit to allow for that special time of just sitting and being with Jesus? Ruthlessly eliminate hurry, as John Mark Comer says. Find that time, prioritize it as much as you can, and make sure you are nourished in those all too important ways. We're walking through these eucalyptus forests today again. Have done a couple of days previously, and they are lovely, lovely, lovely trees. Just so beautiful. Just bought some sweets from a little girl and little boy, brother and sister, outside their house, selling little bags of sweets that they made up to pilgrims. Very sweet, really nice. Well, I'm in the river, cooling my feet off, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Oh, so cold, beautiful. Oh yeah, okay. Another decent climb to do. Going right up there. 15 minutes. We should get a superb view and be very close to our final little rest for the day before getting down into Olveiroa. We've got about 8k now. See the sea! Yes! Woohoo! So Cody has had Shorty his trusty staff for about 4 weeks. And Shorty is not quite long enough for his staff, not quite long enough to be any help whatsoever really. But Shorty is getting shorter. He's bottom. He's a little bit squished. Let's see. Yeah, he's got a bit of wear on his bottom.
Sorry, Shorty.
Now, Shorty tomorrow, or maybe on Friday, he's going to take a bit of a swim. Because he's got to swim all the way back to South Korea. And he's not allowed on the plane. Check out the frogs, guys. Heard this noise loads of times. We've been wondering what these buildings are. That so many gardens seem to have, so many people seem to have in their back gardens and property. They're granaries. That's not somewhere that you keep your grandmother. That's where they store up their grain off the ground, keep it dry, with a roof and with ventilation. And they're just everywhere. Every little town has several. I made it to Olveiroa. Gonna go and get checked in at the albergue. 36k today and retired, but it's been a great day. Met some lovely people, been to some fantastic scenery. Wow. Oh, sight for sore eyes. Castle on shop, our albergue for this evening. Looks nice. I think I can cope with having a bit of food and a couple of drinks out here. And it's got one of our granaries that I've been talking about. Let's go and get checked in.
Well done.